All right, class, we're going over text to self connections today. So I've got my dialectic journal open. My name is Amanda Thomas. And your class period is either 5 or 6. And then you're going to put in the book title that you're currently reading, which may or may not change throughout the quarter. So today I'm reading The Hobbit. Now we're making text to self connections today, which means I'm looking to compare and contrast myself, my own individual experiences and personality with what I read in my book. So I'm going to have a detail from the text, including the page number, or if it's an audiobook, the timestamp, and my response or analysis. So this will be from the text, and this will be my connection to myself. Let's look at The Hobbit. So since most of us are just starting to read, I'm going to start to read my book, Chapter 1, An Unexpected Party. In a hole in the ground there lived a hobbit. Not a nasty, dirty, wet hole filled with the ends of worms and an oozy smell, nor yet a dry, bare, sandy hole with nothing in it to sit down on or to eat. It was a hobbit hole, and that means comfort. It had a perfectly round door like a porthole, painted green, with a shiny yellow brass knob in the exact middle. The door opened onto a tube-shaped hall like a tunnel, a very comfortable tunnel without smoke, with paneled walls, and floors tiled and carpeted, provided with polished chairs, and lots of pegs for hats and coats. The Hobbit was fond of visitors. Okay, so that's something that I recognize that I can have a connection with myself. The Hobbit was fond of visitors. And that's on page 1. So what I'm going to put is that I love to host people at my house too. So I've created a connection between myself and the main character, the Hobbit. However, connections to self don't just have to be things you have in common. Like, for example, let's continue reading. The tunnel wound on, going fairly but not quite straight into the side of the hill. The hill, as all the people for many miles round called it, and many little round doors opened out of it, first on one side and then on another. No going upstairs for the Hobbit. Bedrooms, bathrooms, cellars, pantries, lots of these, wardrobes. He had whole rooms devoted to clothes. Okay, now I've found something that's very different from myself. So still on page 1, whole rooms devoted to clothes. Yeah, I am definitely a minimalist. I don't like to have lots of clothes. So this is a difference between me and the main character. Keep in mind that looking for similarities and differences can help you feel a connection to the book in your similarities and can also pique your curiosity. You're looking to read about people who are different from yourself, who have different experiences. So finding the ways that you are similar to and different from your text are helpful. I could also put a note in here about setting, because this setting, living in a hole underground, when I was little, my siblings' room was in the basement. So I could put that I have a connection to the setting here. However, I don't live in a hole in the ground. So I could also point out that that was a difference. It depends on how you personally feel. Look for opportunities to connect yourself with characters, events, like stuff that happens in the plot, if things have also happened to you, or the setting of the story. Fill up as many of these boxes as you can with quotes and details from the text, including your page number or timestamp, and then make sure you explain or have a response. What's your connection here? Is it a similarity between you and a character? Is it an event that you have also experienced? Is it a difference or something that's entirely outside you? All of these are making connections between the text and yourself. Okay, time to read.